Hi, I'm Tommy from the Corona Cigar, Tampa. Today we're here to talk about our single barrels. Today we're pairing with our 20-acre farm, which has been getting great ratings with Cigar Aficionado and some top 10 ratings with other companies. So we're gonna light this 20-acre farm up. For those of you who don't know this, our 20-acre farms is made by our friends from Drew Estate. It's made with our Florida sun-grown tobacco here, which is grown in Claremont, and it's in the filler. And then we're gonna pair it with one of me and Jeff's favorites, one of our first single barrels we ever did in the Corona Cigar Company, which is a Four Roses single barrel. This one and Jack Daniel's single barrel are the first two barrel programs. Probably was back in 2008, 2009. We started doing our pairing and single barrels. So you're gonna nose it. We always pick the barrel picks that give you a front-forward sweetness, so they pair with everything in our humidor here. And the first barrel pick we did with the Four Roses was OESO. This one was an OBSK, which this is the first time Corona Cigars have ever done an OBSK. OBSK means the B is a higher rye recipe, and then the K is spicy yeast. There's an OESK, which we did last year, which is the same thing, spicy yeast and higher corn. E means higher corn, B means higher rye. All right, this is our rare character. The first rare character barrel that hit the state of Florida. We did it with our friends from Life of Lux. And when you look at the label here, they custom these labels and we designed this label. So that's me as the bartender here, Pablo from Rare Character sitting at the bar, and our friend Wilbur from Life of Lux on there. So the history behind this is actually distilled in Indiana, made in MGP. They drove it to Kentucky and they aged this for 6 years and 4 months in E.H. Taylor warehouse. I mean, the whole time it spent in Kentucky, the flavor profile, it's a barrel strength, so it comes out at 116.26 out of the barrel. It's very rich in cherry. There's a lot of cherry notes in this, and of course, wood and caramel. The next one is our Staves and Grain. This barrel was distilled in MGP. They brought this to New Jersey and they aged it in New Jersey in their rick house out there. And this is also made with Life of Lux, a barrel pick with us. And this was made with a Kelvin Cooperage barrel. And the difference between a Kelvin Cooperage barrel and Brown-Forman barrels and Buffalo Trace and all your mass-produced companies is this is naturally fire-cured barrels, which gives it an extra sweetness from the natural fire cure. The next one is our Buffalo Trace Corona Cigar pick. And the only way you know that is when the barrel comes in, it says mash bill 2 or 1. Buffalo Trace is usually mash bill 1. Mash bill 2 is Elmer T. Lee, Rock Hill Farms, Blanton's, Ancient Age, mash bill, and Hancock. So we luckily got the higher rye, which it brings out the flavor of a 90 proof bourbon. It's easier for me because because this is like stuff
Yeah.
stuff I know.